Hi, I'm Mario Batali. Welcome to Italy, a culinary wonderland. Today I'm cooking for Clarice from South Berwick, Maine. First ingredient, garlic. Next up, arugula. Next, cauliflower, one of my faves. How's it going? How about 4 chicken thighs? Thank you very much. Let's get cooking. We're back in the kitchen, ready to cook. We're cooking for Clarice from South Berwick, Maine, and we're using garlic, arugula, cauliflower, and chicken thighs. So I'm gonna make a puree out of the cauliflower, and I'm gonna do something a little bit like a saltimbocca. So you have the butcher take the bones out of your chicken thighs. You season them nicely with salt and pepper, and I'm gonna use the arugula on the inside. Now when I think saltimbocca, I also think prosciutto. So I got a little prosciutto. If you couldn't find prosciutto, even an American ham would be fine like this. Then I'm gonna take this arugula, and we've rinsed it and spun it dry. Fold that over like so, and I'm gonna give it a quick pound. So that I'm making kind of like a little packet. So we're gonna take some regular all-purpose flour with a good amount of salt and a good amount of fresh pepper. Always season every single component of something you're working through, and always do it as you're working, and you can't possibly save it at the end if it's under-seasoned. Toothpicks go in here, and another on the other side. So we've got that in like so. Then we dredge. And only once, and no egg, no milk, no liquid, just the flour, the seasoned flour itself. And then we're gonna get it into a pretty hot pan with just extra virgin olive oil. So you lay it in, you check out which side has the most skin. That one right there. So now we're gonna cook that pretty hot so we get a nice deep dark golden brown crust. Now in the meantime, we always change our board whenever we touch raw chicken to that, and rinse our hands. So now the difference between home cooking and restaurant cooking is that I'll take this 5 times out to get it darker and more richly golden brown than you probably might. What I would suggest is the same thing I used to suggest to my kids when they were playing basketball. I'll give you $10 to foul out, because you never know what the rule is until you get to the very edge of it. So try one day to take it beyond what you'd consider delicious brown and see how good it tastes anyway. So while these are cooking, I'm gonna take care of my cauliflower puree. Now I put cauliflower in here, just plain water with a little bit of salt, and I put some peeled garlic cloves in there as well. I'm gonna fish those out if I can, and use them to enrich the sauce that's gonna be around this kind of saltimbocca variation. Now I have some mushrooms here. I'm using simple oyster mushrooms. Button mushrooms would work, shiitake mushrooms would work, and I don't cut them up with very much precision at all. I just get them into kind of haphazard looking pieces. And now to make my cauliflower, I'm gonna take about maybe 1/4 cup of mascarpone, maybe a 1/2 cup of mascarpone, a pinch of salt, and all the while I'm looking at these guys to make sure they're doing the right thing. That's starting to look just about perfect. And when you taste this eventually, you're gonna understand that that crispy golden char is exactly what I'm looking for. And now I'm gonna take about 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil and a good sploosh of fresh nutmeg. Keep in mind, always buy your nutmeg like this. And always buy one in case you drop the other one on the floor. We're gonna take about 1/3 of one of these because it makes the cauliflower very sexy. That's probably a tablespoon. And we puree it. Now this is gonna kind of take the place of what Americans would use mashed potatoes for, but this is so much more interesting and so much more delicious than just a mashed tuber. All right, so now my chicken is doing what I want it to do. It's created a nice, deep, dark golden crust. Look at that. Some people are gonna say that's burnt. That's exactly how I want it. Now keep in mind, these aren't cooked all the way through yet. So I'm gonna turn them up on their edge like so, on the folded part of the book, and then I'm going to take the garlic cloves, the mushrooms, a shallot, sliced straight across. It's gonna be almost 1/8 of an inch thick. I'm gonna actually add 2 shallots because they're looking really good. And now kind of move the chicken pieces right on top of that while they start to caramelize at the base of that. Now I left the little kind of dark brown golden bits in there because that's crucial. That's called the fondo. And what that's going to do is give that deep caramelization an opportunity to get into the sauce. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to take some dry marsala and just splash it in like so. Now you could just use sherry. You want to use a wine that has a little bit more action than just a white wine or a red wine. So a sherry might be nice, or a vin santo would be nice. I'm going to add a little chicken stock. And I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of butter, actually 2. 1 tablespoon per person. And we're going to bring that up to the boil, drop it down for a little bit, and allow it to simmer for about 6 minutes. All in, this is going to take about 6 minutes. All right, so the Italian food is not nearly as saucy as the French food. So when it's almost out of liquid, you're in the right place. We've got our cauliflower over here. We zap it right before we take it to the plate. And you can smell that nutmeg and the magnificence of that mascarpone. I pile them up just like so. I take a little bit of parsley and I pour it right over almost the top, but not completely the top, because you want to celebrate the magnificent crust that you put on there. And a couple of leaves like this of the arugula. The fresh meets the cooked. A sprinkle of salt, a touch of black pepper, and to ever gild the lily, just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil over the top. There we have it for Clarice in South Berwick, Maine. Garlic, arugula, cauliflower, and chicken thigh.